Yeah, obviously a very big matchup coming up this weekend against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Get to go back home for you. Just kind of what are you expecting from this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good team, so I'm expecting, hard match. They have a good stadium. They pack it out, good fans. So intensity, and, it's a playoff game at this point. It's a playoff caliber team, and, we're trying to win from here on out to get the momentum into the playoffs.
Do you feel like just kind of every game to this point is going to be a playoff game, considering just how tight the Eastern Conference is?
Yeah, exactly. From here on out, every point is very important. So, yeah, we're treating every game like must win. Yeah.
Kyle, when you look at this last game against Nashville, I don't know how much film you guys have been able to look back, but I mean that was an important win for you guys, because if it would have been a draw or a loss, we probably would have been looking at a different type of conversation today. But how big was that win against Nashville, and how much confidence does it give you guys going into another big game against Cincinnati?
Yeah, it was a big win because, everyone's so tight in the standings that every point matters. And then, I think we jumped a couple spots because of the win rather than, like you said, draw or loss. And then to get the win at home as well to build the confidence, and then to get the fans hyped up for the next games coming.
You were brought in, I guess you can kind of say last minute, but you obviously filling in a role that you're quite familiar with. What's it been like to kind of be able to kind of just take up that responsibility and really just going in there, putting in a good shift and playing the part, because you had an assist too in the last game as well?
Yeah, I'm ready for whatever role that they want me to play. I try to watch film and then just continue to get comfortable in different positions. And I like the position, the midfield, kind of like facilitating. And, yeah, it was a big win against Nashville last week.
Kyle, going home to Cincinnati, I'm sure you'll have some folks in attendance. What will it mean to get to play in front of your family again?
Yeah, it's fun, getting to play in front of the friends and family back home, because they saw me, from when I was little playing. So it's fun to get to, kind of show them what I've been working on. Yeah.
You've been beefing with these fans since you were at Louisville City, right? So
a little bit.
Going on 10 years of Kyle Smith as public enemy #1. Is there something about this game or those fans that kind of get you going a little bit more?
Yeah, I guess so, because I consider it my home. So, when I go home, I'm trying to win even more to, I guess, show my family and everybody to, get the win for them.
How have you guys been able to really just maneuver and navigate through the season? Because obviously the team started off obviously a little slow, but then picked up some steam. But now the team finds itself obviously trying to lock another playoff spot, but also trying to get a home, at least locking a home playoff game as well. Is that something that's basically trying to motivate you guys to finish really high as you can in the standings?
Yeah, definitely. We're motivated to finish as high as possible, to get that home field advantage going into the playoffs and getting the momentum going as well. Home field is great because you got the fans yelling and screaming behind you and supporting you. So, and we're comfortable playing at home, so we want that going into the playoffs.
I believe you're one of several players that are in their last year of their contract. I don't know if you're able to share if there's been any discussions relating to after the season's done. Have there been any conversations regarding your future with the club?
A little bit, but I'm more focused just on like the next game and finishing strong and trying to win a trophy, and then hopefully everything works out from there. Yeah. Thank you.
Oscar, obviously a very big win this past weekend. Now you get to go into another playoff game against Cincinnati. Just kind of how's the mentality heading into this weekend?
Yes, after that great victory, the boys have reshaped again, trying to recover our legs in the first day, and now we are just training and getting our game ready. It's a very particular match against a rival that we always competing in there in those positions. And this time we know that we need that push in the next games. So there is a bunch of things that are in the table now that we want to pick. So we'll prepare well for our game on Sunday, and the boys are in a good mode.
Obviously, with Cincinnati, they've been very good this year. They have player like Evander, who's been the guy that's been basically making everything happen for their offense. They brought in a couple of players in the transfer market. Just kind of what have you seen in their progression over the course of the season?
Right. We have seen that. It's a club that has good players, and we have references. But now we're just thinking about our team, as how can we use our own players? How can we affect them? We have won in Cincinnati before, so we'll push and we'll do it again.
Something we noticed, I guess, in the Nashville game, and I'm going to ask how is it going to relate to the Cincinnati game, but in that Nashville game, and you were asked about it, how Nashville was able to control most of the ball against you guys. Going into the Cincinnati game, obviously it's the Cincinnati squad that we know what they're capable of. How important is it going to be for your team to really implement that type of protagonism to really kind of give you guys the advantage on Sunday?
Right. Yeah, in the Nashville game, and it's curious because sometimes the metrics give us information, but let's say Nashville, the first shot was in the minute 44 or 42 in the first half, and we can see it in the 44. So other than that, everything was controlled. I think it's just a way for us to balance and know what is important in that one game. And we knew that against Nashville that they have a lot of players behind the ball, knocking the ball around. We know that could happen. What we wanted is to have that determination to go forward and be more lethal. And well, we scored 3 goals, which is good. It's a good average. So against Cincinnati, we can see that they have a good team. They have strikers that they paid a lot of money on and all those things. But we're a team that we're going to be prepared for that.
Oscar, how important was that goal for Duncan on Saturday with the year and a half or so that he's endured? You move Ramiro on, you need him to step up.
Right.
How important was that for him and for the club? And how have you seen him over the last few days kind of respond after such a big moment?
No, it's true. It's very important for Duncan and much more important for us, knowing that gave us the win. And that moment that it was so crucial for us against a rival that we'd fight in the positions to get into the playoffs and the place in the standing. So it was a magnificent game for us. It was a fantastic moment. But also, as you mentioned, give the confidence to Duncan that he's back. A player he has been very important for us. Knowing also that Ramiro has been sold. So a lot of good things in that moment happened.
Absolutely. You mentioned that you've won in Cincinnati before, each of the last 2 years, in fact. What about this fixture do you think sets up well for you, and do you think you can implement those same tactics again and get a result this time?
Right, yeah, it's a good memory for us. Obviously, you know that I don't play in context of the games, but it is true also that we have those good memories in there. Now we need to create a new story and a new game. But the sensation that I want to transmit to all, and especially to our players, is that we have done that. So let's do it again.
We've kind of danced around Evander a little bit. I know you know we're focused on Orlando, but he did hurt Orlando last time out, and you're down a few guys in central midfield. How important is it to make sure that you keep the ball from getting to him? What's the game plan when you have such an important player for the other team?
Right, no, he's very, very important player. He has those ideas in that last third, and he has that shot that we suffered too. We know we have been planning and we have been training, but also it's important that our players understand too that we have as well our own tools. I want to try to use them the best way possible.
Speaking of the midfield, obviously Cesar still looks like he's still on the sidelines, a little injured, and Joran obviously was not in the last game, but one thing we saw him this morning. What is their status is going into Sunday's game so far?
I think they will be fine. Cesar is much better, and Jordan, we just wait in the release. Hey, Jordan will be fine.
How confident are you that if Kyle Smith is tasked with it, he can do a good job like he did last weekend in Nashville?
Kyle Smith will be ready, as always.